It's a little loud. I think his vocal's a little loud in the mix, and I'm literally judging that by my eyes and my ears. I don't have any other real tools at my disposal to tell me that this is right or wrong. So sometimes I like to, if something drops in hard, I drop the next sample in very, very close to where the other one came in. So not on the same wave start, but just after the wave starts, and then edit, paste, mix. I make it 70% instead of 80%, and maybe that's going to be a good level. Oh, you can really see here where now hear this, where it hits a very loud point here, and it seems to be quite past the first beat or the first hit. So maybe that's a good place to put it, but we won't know till we listen.
And I hear this! A real thing now. Big up! Man bag up on him case again. Hey! Right at one time, I'm extracting fresh from the section bandit dust.
I'm pretty happy with that. Alright. The introduction, of course, is, what, it's only like 12 seconds. And we've just spent about 15 minutes or 20 minutes doing 12 seconds of a song. So you can see how you want to kind of have a method of doing this properly. And this sort of just dropping it into the tune. If you do it wrong, it's better you just keep saving as you go. And then maybe even make a new version later.
And I hear this! A real thing now. Big up! Man bag up on him case again. Hey! Right at one time, I'm extracting fresh from the section bandit dust.
There's no real benefit putting it earlier. It doesn't sound better. I'll try it exactly on the first beat, and maybe that was the right place to put it all along. Let's see. Paste special, mix 70%. There's the vocal. You can see it kicks in really after the first beat.
And I hear this! A real thing now. Big up! Man bag up on him case again. Hey! Right at one time, I'm extracting fresh from the section bandit dust.
Alright, I'm going to try something. I'm going to drop him right here. Edit, mix. Yep, happy with it right there. But, just to be cheeky, I'm going to also drop sort of halfway between the start and the actual sound kicking in. I'm going to drop it in again quieter. Paste special. And I'm going to drop it in at like 40%. So quieter. But it's going to make a kind of a chorus effect.
And I hear this!
Oh, that's terrible. Okay. This is what I do.
And I hear this!
Yeah. So this is my process. I'm not finished. I'm going to do the whole tune. But this is what I do. I listen, I move, I listen, I move, I listen, I change the volume, I listen, I put an effect on, I listen. It takes a long, long time to do one tune. And I'm pretty sure if I was multi-tracking in a digital DAW, then I would be doing all of this more streamlined and much easier. But like I said, this is dub done wrong. Check it. Alright, what does this sound like?
And I hear this!
Alright.
And I hear this!
I'm going to paste that portion. That's alright. This is literally going to be a promo or just a version that I'm sending to the singer, Bagga, and he is going to listen to this version that I sent to him, and he's going to re-record the vocal, more like the version. So we've already got the intro now, and we can go into the first verse. But the first verse, where is it? All right, let's listen.
Hey, right at one time, I'm extracting fresh from the section from the desk.
All right, that's the first crash. Comes in around 14 seconds. No, needs to be a little... That's where the crash starts. Right. I'm going to open the vocal, or the... What is this? This has been sent to me. I'm not sure what it is until I open it. This is... It says verse, and this is Bagga's first verse, I guess.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessings, and life will be easy for the future. Get a youth, get a youth.
Great. That's a really good chorus. And then I guess this is another verse coming in.
Now fill up, now shame enough.
Sounds like a different person. It sounds like two different vocalists. This one is not as loud as the first vocalist, so I'm going to have a look what happens here. Yes, it is two different vocalists. So what I'm doing is I'm going to separate both vocalists so they have kind of separate verses. All I do to do that is insert a marker at the start, insert a marker at the back. They have to be really spot on markers though. You can't be sloppy where you put them.
Now fill up.
Yeah, that'd be right on the money. And when I say right on the money, I mean literally where the beat begins and where the beat ends. Anything else just isn't going to cut it. Where does this beat start? Maybe here. Let's find out.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessings, and life will be easy for the future. Get a youth, get a youth.
This time, I'm thinking maybe I did make a mistake earlier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the reverb now. Reverb. Very little reverb. Like, let's say 5%.
It's been so long, we've been waiting.
Nice.
Get ready for Africa's blessings, and life will be easy for the future. Get a youth, get a youth.
I'll try 8%.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessings, and life will...
That is kind of a loud reverb, I know. But like I said, once I mix it into the tune, it's going to sound different. And again, this is dub done wrong.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessings.
I'm not sure I like that sound. Yeah, the lip smacking isn't really cool. The inhaling is okay. Alright, so there is a lip smack, and just after it is an inhale. So the inhale is okay, because I like inhales. They sound cool and they sound energetic in a song. But the lip smack, not a fan, so I'm just going to fade out. So this thing didn't have much audio anyway, so I just faded it out to the point where he breathes in. Let's see if it sounds better.
Get ready for
Oh yeah, that's kind of like a beat, the way that he starts his breath. I don't mind it, I think it sounds cool. Definitely the first part could be louder compared to the rest. I'll just use volume. 110. Yeah, that looks good. Again, I use my eyes and my ears, and I am not multi-tracking, so I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants.
It's been so long.
I got to get right to the start there because I don't want to mess that up. All right, where the wave begins.
It's been so long.
Where the rough wave begins.
It's been so long.
All right. Copy. I'm going to save it as verse effects or verse 01 FX.
It's been so long, we've been waiting.
Alright, so I added reverb, but I did not do my famous dynamics. Alright, and this is probably what I've been doing wrong for the last year or two. But I'm going to make it really fat. Minus 4.5 decibels means it's going to be pretty loud. The ratio is 5.6 to 1. Attack is very low, release is 0. Let's hear what it sounds like. Whoa, it's loud.
It's been so long, we've been waiting. Get ready for Africa's blessings.
I like it. I have a bad feeling that maybe the rhythm won't fit properly, and that's why this is why I'm sending him this version. So I'm going to make this version, send it to Bagga. He's going to listen and say, oh, I know what you're talking about. And he will re-record the vocal and we'll put it back onto the new instrumental. I like this first chorus. It's pretty cool.
Now fill up, now shame, and now fill up, now sorry.
Alright, the second verse is pretty cool. I'll give it effects, reverb, same amount of reverb, 8%. I don't want to overdo it. And now I can do the volume. Process. Okay. Dynamics. Making it fat again. It's not as fat as the first verse. I wonder what the reason for that is. Maybe because I used volume? Okay, let's try that. Undo express. Process. Volume. I think I used volume for 110. And then dynamics. Maybe I need more dynamics because the second vocalist is not as loud as the first vocalist. Yeah, okay, I'll try -7. That's quite loud. Yep, that's loud. It's definitely as loud as the first vocalist. I hope it's not too loud.
Now fill up, now shame, and now fill up, now sorry. African people and now fill up and no worry. Get up and stand up and not blame about nobody. Who fit till up as somebody, not look you funny. Cause it lela, Talewo sube natin go sisigilela. I had that one Bagga officer you get. Tanding go say I'm go.
Yeah, you can really hear the vocalist changes. It goes from one vocalist to the next vocalist. In a breath. So I'll just get the end of that. I'll mark it. I have to do it, of course, again, specifically the end of the wave, which I think is here. Yeah, it's just a breath. Unnecessary breath, which we could just delay for the hell of it. Delay that breath like a crazy bastard. Alright.
Lula.
Okay, I just delayed the breath for no reason, but that's kind of a cool. I'm going to make the reverb again. Again, I'm doing this very quickly just to show you. 8% reverb. I'm going to use the volume again, 110%, and then the dynamics, -7. Too much for Bagga. Bagga is louder. So I'll do 0.5. Looking good. Whoa, that's too loud. Okay. Alright, it doesn't need to be so loud. I might just use volume then. No, I won't. I'm still going to use dynamics because this is the way I used to make my songs all the time. Instead of using a compressor, I would just use dynamics all the time. And sometimes the results were good, and I think sometimes I overdid it. Alright, just that first part is too loud. And that's easy. Just use volume. And reduce the volume by, I like 80%. Yeah, that's alright. Okay, because the first word was so loud, everything else seemed to be loud, but I think now it should be more under control. I raise the volume where I think it needs to be raised. You can see it's more uniform. It's like a fishbone. I mean, it's allowed to go up and down. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm doing, and what I have been doing for a year, is making it maybe too uniform or very uniform, so it's quite loud. And this is one vocalist changing to another vocalist. But you can hear the results. It's quite even. Okay, that breath thing at the end was stupid. I have to get rid of it. This whole breath silliness. I'll just process volume 0. Alright, and then the last sound is I'll add a little reverb just to the end. Right on the tail of the... You can barely hear it, but I'll put reverb there so the tail then starts to sound natural. Not a long tail, just a tail. You can barely hear it. Again, I'm going to add a little reverb just to the end of the wave. Yeah, that sounds normal. That sounds natural. It's a very long reverb though, so I'm going to just put fade out to silence. I'm going to make this a little louder. Maybe not the very first part, but the rest of it. Volume 115. That looks good. Alright, and then I'm going to add a delay at the end of this phrase. La, 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 la. That's what I'm going to do. Edit, copy. Again, effects, distortion on the very last note, 40%. You can hear it's distorted. And then I'm going to add the delay. What kind of delay? Not that one. I think a very long one. Let's try 1/8 anyway. 429. What does that sound like? I like it, but it's too loud. Alright, undo. Delay, the timing is right. I like delay, 75% is crazy. I'm going to do like 25%. 24.5%. And the decay can be long. 80% decay. That's a long decay on a delay. And it's just on quarter notes. Exactly. I'll fade it out anyway. Fade out. That whole first bit's pretty cool. Then there's a big chunk here. I don't know what that is. I think it might be another verse. I will use this all as... I could use this all as one thing. And herein lies the dilemma. There's a verse. There's or a chorus to begin with. There's another verse. And then there's a second verse. technically, you would think that I would be able to just drop this whole thing onto the tune and it would all be in time, but rarely is that the case. And it's because I always change the rhythms at the last minute. So what I need to do is I need to separate each verse one by one and drop them one by one onto the instrumental so that they're always coming in on time or after a breakdown. That's why the process takes a bit longer than it should. And again, this is unedited. This is the whole process. You're seeing it from start to finish. I mean, if I have a break for drinking my lemon water, or you know, a lick of the chalice, then this is going to be a long process.